like a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me.
What's going on, guys? I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be looking at one of the most interesting channels I've ever kind of seen on this platform. It's called Girls Chase, and just by this screenshot here, well, you can probably tell what this channel is all about. We've got How to Get Girls During Quarantine, which is the 2020 edition. I don't know what the 2019 edition would be because we never had quarantine. And How to Avoid Getting Her Pregnant, which will be the video we're going to look at today. And oh my goodness, well, this is going to be interesting. 2020 edition again, just in case... because, you know, modern problems require modern solutions, am I right? So, well, let's get into this.
Hey guys, Hector Poppy from girlschase.com, here to talk to you about avoiding child support. Now,
well, this guy's gonna have the IRS all over him like a dirty sock on whatever that white person saying is. Anyways, let's get into the elephant of the room of why he has a chalkboard and why he's wearing an orange jacket. It is tremendously distracting, as literally I can't speak. But anyways, let's get further into this in-depth lesson of how to avoid birth control. Now he's changed actually, you know what, he's probably changed the title of the video to how to avoid getting her pregnant. It was probably originally titled how to avoid birth control, and then the IRS was just like right on his behind, just, you know. But, well, that, I guess we'll never know that, but let's get back into this.
the first thing you're gonna need is a favorite brand of cigarettes, okay? Or, if you don't smoke, do you like milk?
Trying to get the video to 10 minutes, episode 469.
If you got milk, you're good, okay? Now, you're gonna need a shitty situation, okay? Usually prompted by a shitty girl. And you couldn't quite throw it in the dumpster or have an abortion, but it's still unwanted, so you want to... Oh God. All right, so obviously I was fucking around with you guys.
Having prom night dumpster baby jokes from Family Guy on a educational video of how to avoid birth control. I hope he makes a video on how to avoid the IRS after this. But anyways, let's get back into it.
We're gonna talk about how to avoid knocking a girl up so that you don't run into a situation where you're having a child that you didn't want. I would hope that if you do, I know I have a dark sense of humor, but I would really hope that if you do have a kid, you at least have some presence in its life and help take care of it, even if you didn't want it in the first place, because I have a lot of history in my family of there being abandoning of children, and sometimes for other families. And maybe if this is not the girl you want to have a child with and you want to have, you know, it's just some girl you had a one-night stand with, whatever, I understand, and you want to have a family with a different girl and have children with her, but you should still take care of that child, please.
Well, I'm relieved to know he's actually doing this for a good cause. This reminds me of J Station and his condemning of slavery, and then he proceeds to fund human trafficking by apparently buying a slave off the dark web, because you definitely cannot lie on the internet nowadays.
Now let's avoid getting into that situation and not knock a girl up. The amount of women that I have came inside of is a lot higher than I'd like to admit, and especially the number of women that I have raw dogged is a lot higher than I would like to admit.
Sure, of course, I believe you.
It definitely is not the safest thing when it comes to pregnancy or a lot of other things that can happen. I've been very fortunate in my history and have avoided pretty much everything that could have happened badly, but, you know, knock on chalkboard.
This is the face of a man who pays 4 separate accounts of child support, just saying.
I want to avoid having that problem in the future, so I have some guidelines and some tips that are going to help you to avoid this. So first off, you have pull-out. Now, if you do it correctly, the pull-out method will work like...
Okay, so this isn't a safe method, and it gets a bit NSFW up in here, so I guess we're just going to move on to the next method. Yep.
It's going to only happen if she's dry and there's a lot of friction, and then it's going to rip, or if you're just using really shitty quality condoms. I'd suggest condoms you put you put some money into them, because if you buy like Trojans, especially Magnums are my favorite, they are very, very high quality. They don't sell them here in Europe because everyone has small dicks here.
Again, sure, Hector, sure. I'm sure you need a garbage bag to fit that thing in. Definitely, 100%.
But they do sell decent quality condoms here. So make sure you're buying very high quality, because this is, again, a huge, huge, huge investment, because spending the extra dollar on the higher quality condoms is gonna save you tens of thousands of possibly hundreds of thousands of dollars because you had a kid. So pull out condoms. Then you have, of course, birth control. You have the things where they put the, I almost said the IED. And then you put the explosive into her. Yeah, you don't need suicide bombers anymore. You could just have vagina bombers, you know, they just blow up people's dicks.
Oh yes, we have reached peak narcissism. We have abandonment jokes. We have Family Guy jokes. We have Europeans have small wieners jokes, which I don't really think is true. I mean, I don't know. And now we have terrorism jokes, which is definitely 2020. I can't, it is the 2020 edition after all of how to avoid birth control. So, I mean, anyways, this is gonna do it for me today, guys. Sorry I haven't been uploading a lot. I've been really just job searching and trying to improve the channel. I should get a voice therapist for my voice, because I really can't speak. I should probably just script my videos, but I really like the spontaneousness, but I'm sure you guys hate the stutters and the ums every 5 seconds. But anyways, guys, I'm out. Peace.